So here's a little riddle for you guys. Today we have two actors, Matthew McConaughey and Taylor Lautner. Both of them take their shirts off all the time in nearly every movie that they star in, but there is a very common difference between the two. Only one of them can actually act. Before I start my review of Abduction, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update that this will be my channel background for the time being. If I come up with another one, I'll show you guys, of course, in future videos, but for now, let's do this. And excuse the fact that my face looks redder than a Jersey Shore cast member is after 3 hours in a tanning bed, so let's just go on with this and ignore this right here. Just hear what I have to say. So Abduction is the latest Taylor Lautner starring vehicle, which stars him as Nathan Harper, an ordinary high schooler who finds out that his life has been a lie when he finds one of his baby photos when he was 3 years old on a missing persons website. Some mysterious bad guys show up at his house one night in which they inexplicably kill his parents right in front of his eyes, and he goes on the run with his neighbor Karen, played by Lily Collins, and they both have to avoid all these agents and bad guys on his trail, while at the same time he's trying to figure out who he is. Abduction was a movie I was not looking forward to at all, and it just wasn't because I'm not a fan of Taylor Lautner at all, but it was also the fact that this movie looked like it was bringing absolutely nothing new to the table. It just looked like another one of those Bourne ripoffs in which it's another person trying to figure out who they really are, which they find out their life has been a lie for this long, in which this movie simply does not have anything original to go off of. Everything is just been there, done that, cliched stuff that you've seen so many times in other movies. This movie literally feels like it was one of those direct-to-TV MTV movies in which no matter how big the cast was, this literally feels like it should have belonged on MTV, especially for how hackneyed and horrible the dialogue is at times, especially for the fact that they reference Facebook from nearly every single character in this film. Taylor Lautner is expectedly bad in this movie, in which his line delivery is very cringing at times, in which he really has two different facial reactions to everything. It's either this or this when he tries to emote. It's not just his fault that he's not that good of an actor, it's a script in this movie that is killing every actor's potential. There is an all-star supporting cast with Alfred Molina, Sigourney Weaver, Maria Bello, Jason Isaac, and a whole bunch of others that it just does not live up to their potential at all. You have so many good actors in the supporting cast, yet every bit of dialogue they're given makes them seem just horrible. Especially Sigourney Weaver, especially involved in this line right here called, "I hate balloons." Pretty much you could give that to almost any actor that could have replaced her and it still would have been as bad. The script piles on basically cliche after cliche after cliche, not just in the characters but also in the way this movie plays out, in which it is one idiotic thing after another. I wasn't even excited during the action because it's all filmed so shakily and it's edited very bad too. It just really took me out even more. I at least thought I could have had fun with some of the action if it was filmed properly, and it just simply wasn't. It was all over the place. I literally want to make a phone call to Hollywood to find out how much they paid director John Singleton to make this, because 20 years ago he made one of my favorite movies of all time, Boys in the Hood. And now fast forward 20 years later, what do we get from him? Abduction. Seriously? He seems like that he literally just signed on to this movie for a check, because this simply does not rank up with anything that he has done in his career before. But then again, everything he's made since Too Fast, Too Furious hasn't been that hot. Like, Too Fast, Too Furious was okay. I've seen parts of Four Brothers, that was alright at best. It just seems like he's really losing his vibe to making anything really good since Boys in the Hood, and this movie simply does not do him any justice because it just seems like he hasn't put in any effort at all in this. It seems like it's just for money only, but I can definitely see that because a director like John Singleton, I could never see making a movie like this. So it's pretty easy to say that Abduction is definitely one of the worst movies of the year. And it's not just because of Taylor Lautner starring in this movie, in which he was expectedly bad, but he was made worse by the really horrible script in this film, which I actually have a strong prediction that this could win the Razzie for worst screenplay, but very sloppy direction, badly edited action scenes, and nearly every actor made look bad because of all the sloppy dialogue they're given. I'm giving Abduction 1 star out of 5, in which that is almost a generous rating right there concerning how bad this movie was. Just please, do not see it. Just love life the way it is right now and do not see this movie. So I hope you enjoyed my review of Abduction. Stay tuned next week where I will review Dreamhouse and maybe a few other films if I get the chance to, depending on my workload. College life is pretty good so far. Just like I said, excuse this, because this whole red thing will be gone by the end of the week for sure. So in the meantime, I'm Tara from Cali Kirk Reviews, and I'll see you guys later. Well, it's pretty simple to figure out why this movie's called Abduction. Because it's all happened to you. It's abducting your time, abducting your money, and so much more. Another movie to prove that the Schmoes Knows cartoon cat screenplay writing theory still exists today. Picture if Shia LaBeouf was a fan of the Bourne movies and how he would react if Born for Tweens existed. No. I won't lie, when I first heard about this movie and its title Abduction, I seriously thought it was gonna be an alien invasion film.